Hello, everyone, and welcome to the College of Science and Engineering Mentor Program. Thank you for taking the time out of your day to watch this kickoff presentation. A special thank you to all of our mentors out there for volunteering your time to this program. My name is Emma Vossler, and I am a student representative on the CSE Alumni Board who helps put on these events. I hope to see you all at some future events and wish you all a successful mentor program pairing this year. This will be my third year participating in the CSE Mentor Program, and I've personally found it to be a very valuable experience. Throughout this program, I've learned about different potential industries that I might like to work in, and this program really helped me to decide if I wanted to pursue graduate school or industry after college. I find this program to be impactful because it also gives you a chance to see what life looks like from outside of college. I feel like it can be very easy to get caught up in classes and schoolwork and homework, and to not take the time to think about what life outside college looks like. I also found the CSE mentorship program to be very valuable to me because my mentors cared about me. They wanted to see me succeed in college rather than focusing on getting perfect grades. Thank you to everyone for participating in this year's CSE Mentor Program. I hope everyone enjoys this program as much as I have, and I'd also like to extend another thank you to our alumni friends who have generously donated their time to help their current students succeed. Thank you.
Thank you, Emma. My name is Andrea Hansen. I am the Assistant Director of Events and Alumni Relations for the college, and I help run the CSE Mentor Program. Welcome to the 2022-2023 CSE Mentor Program.
Welcome, everyone. My name is Joelle Larson. I'm CSE's Director of Alumni Relations, and I work with Andrea on this program. I'd like to echo Emma's thanks to all of you for being part of the program this year, and to extend a special thank you to all of our alumni and friends for generously giving their time to share advice and guidance with our students this year. We truly could not offer the program each year without your support. This kickoff video will cover all of the basic requirements and expectations of the program, resources available to mentors and students, as well as some upcoming events. Please note that all of the resources we'll cover in this presentation can be found on the CSE Mentor Program Mentor Materials website, csc.umn.edu/mentor materials. We'll show the link several times throughout the presentation. All right, now to get us started, I'd like to first briefly talk about what a mentoring partnership is and what it is not. You'll see a number of things on the screen, but I'm going to cover just 4 that we feel are the most important to getting your relationship off to a good start. So first, a strong mentoring partnership can help a student to create a lasting professional network, as well as gain access to an insider's perspective on navigating a future career. While a mentor will not provide a student with all of the answers or give them an internship or job, they will help a student to self-develop critical thinking and problem-solving skills, as well as to improve their professional communication skills. Second, strong partnerships stay engaged with one another. They think outside the box to address challenges and opportunities, and they use mistakes as teaching opportunities. They understand that a mentoring relationship requires effort on both sides to be successful. Third, we ask mentors to meet your student where they are and to support them in the ways that they need. This may be things that we traditionally think of mentors helping with, like career exploration or job or internship search support. But it could also be much broader than that, such as managing stress or needing help with time management or work-life balance. And finally, we ask that both mentors and students be open to the needs of the other and to adapt as circumstances throughout the year change. Please be patient with and respectful to one another. All right, next, we've created a PDF guide that compiles what we feel are the most important resources to get pairs off to a strong start. You can see a photo of that on the left, or the right, excuse me, and it's found at csc.umn.edu/mentor materials. One of the documents included in the PDF guide is the program expectations, which you'll see on the left. I'm going to cover a few of the key expectations here today, but I encourage you to take a few minutes of your own time to look through the PDF guide, as we've included several other resources we think will help you. So first, what I think is the most key expectation of our program, and if you only take one thing away from this video, I hope it is this, is to maintain regular contact with your partner. Each year when we do the end of year surveys, the biggest reason that we hear from pairs as to why they did not achieve their goals is because they did not maintain regular contact with their partner. So we ask that you be in touch with one another 2 times per month, and this could be in person, by video conference, phone, email, whatever works for you and your partner. Pairs can choose how they meet, but we do suggest that video conferences are the next best thing to in-person meetings. And a couple of tips. I'd suggest that you make sure to schedule the next meeting you plan to have at the end of the meeting you're currently having, so that you always have something on your calendar with your partner. And if you'd like some tips and resources on meeting better virtually, again, check out the CSE Mentor Program PDF guide. Next, we ask that you set clear and realistic goals. I'll speak more about this in a moment when I cover the mentoring partnership agreement, but you should be working towards something every time you meet. Next, be responsive. Reply to emails, phone calls, or other communications from your partner, as well as from Andrea and I, in a timely manner. And let each other know when you won't be in contact due to your schedules. So for example, students over winter break, or mentors if you're taking a vacation, or if you're having a really busy time at work and it's going to take you longer to respond than usual, let your partner know that. Next, honor your commitments. This program runs through April, and we are asking that you commit to the full program. If you can't participate for some reason, please let Andrea or I, as well as your partner, know right away. Next, participate in the end of year evaluation. We ask all participants, both mentors and students, to complete an end of year survey when the program ends in April. This is vital to ensure that we're getting feedback and improving the program each year so that we can make it as helpful as possible. We take your feedback very seriously, and we do make changes to the program based on the survey results. And finally, we encourage students to drive this experience and to take the lead in scheduling meetings, planning what will be discussed at each meeting, and setting goals. But mentors, if you haven't heard from your student when you expect to, please reach out and follow up with them. We all get busy and need reminders from time to time. All right, I'm now going to talk a little bit more about the mentoring partnership agreement. To ensure each year that pairs have met and mutually agreed upon goals that they're going to work towards together, we ask all pairs to complete and submit the mentoring partnership agreement. This agreement can once again be found at csc.umn.edu/mentor materials, and you'll see what it looks like there on the left. So what is the agreement and what is it for? Simply put, this agreement is just designed to make sure that you and your partner have spoken and that you've set out clear expectations and goals so that both of you know what you're working towards throughout the year. We ask that you fill out the agreement as specifically as possible. So again, everybody knows the roadmap of where you're headed and what you hope to achieve over the next 6 months. The clearer that this agreement is upfront, then the more time in your subsequent meetings you can spend focused on achieving your goals, as opposed to discussing what those goals might be. You'll see that we've structured the agreement around setting SMART goals. There is a document in the PDF guide that I mentioned earlier, which explains what SMART goals are and provides some examples if you're not sure where to start. And remember that your goals do not need to be simply limited to things like finding a job or internship. Think outside of the box and set goals around skills like stress or time management, improving confidence, strengthening your public speaking skills, or there's so much more that you could focus on with your partner. And it is totally okay to change your goals as the year goes on. I always think that the spring semester is a wonderful time to reassess your goals and make the changes that you need. Once you've both had time to work through this agreement together, please turn it in to Andrea by November 4th. You can email it to her at alhansen@umn.edu, or students, if you're on campus, you can drop a hard copy off in Walter Library 105. Pairs can also complete this agreement together at our November 3rd optional in-person Meet Your Partner event. This is going to be a low-key event where we'll just provide space and time on campus for pairs who wish to meet in person to do so. And both Andrea and I will be there to answer questions as well as to collect completed agreements. But pairs are of course welcome to meet on their own time and complete the agreement in whatever manner best suits them. Just send it to Andrea by November 4th. All right, I'm now going to turn things over to Andrea to share some additional resources.
Thanks, Joelle. So we have a lot of resources available for both students and mentors. Joelle and I are definitely the best resource if you're having any trouble during the year. If you're not hearing back from your partner, if you need to leave the program for some reason, if you're having any other issue, please reach out. We are here to help. We want this to be successful for both mentors and students. The quicker you let us know that you're having an issue, the better equipped we are to deal with it and help you address it. So that PDF guide that Joelle mentioned is definitely all of the most important program information, including the program timeline, expectations, virtual mentoring tips, mentoring phases, and the mentoring partnership agreement. But there's a lot more on our website. Again, cse.umn.edu/mentor materials. We have campus resources. So find the websites for academic advising, financial aid, mental health resources, international student support, all listed there on the website. There's an entire how-to guide for students with sample language for writing a professional thank you note, rescheduling a meeting with your mentor, asking for an informational interview, how to prepare for a meeting, all kinds of things you might need to do this year. We have some sample language and explanations in that how-to guide. There is also all of our recorded webinars and events from previous years, including our new mentor panels, which are full of great advice for those who are new to mentoring, and a special event featuring the CSE Career Center, sharing all of the ways they support students in the college. And then finally, on that website, there is also a discussion topics and activity ideas Google Doc that is a huge list of all kinds of things that you and your partner can do together this year, things you can discuss and activities you can do together. I also want to highlight the Maroon and Gold Network, which is the university's exclusive career and networking platform and a way to get connected to other students and alumni. It is free and has robust searching capabilities. And then we have a CSE Mentor Program LinkedIn group, which is a way to connect with students and mentors from both this year and previous years. You can share advice, ask questions, connect with other mentors and students in the program, and we will always post all of the latest news from program administrators there. We will send email invitations to all of our program events, as well as occasional emails with resources and program information. So make sure you are looking for those emails. But the best place to find all of the resources we have and all of the upcoming events is still the CSE Mentor Program Materials webpage. And all of these links will be included in the email that you received with this recording. So speaking of events, we will be offering both virtual and in-person events this year to support all of our mentor pairs. As we've mentioned, our first event will be the optional in-person Meet Your Partner event on November 3rd in Kaufman Memorial Union. Then we will have our first mentor pairs event, a virtual event on the CSE Engineering Co-op program, where you can learn about the co-op program and its benefits from program directors and hear firsthand experiences from employers and student perspectives. That will be on Thursday, November 10th on Zoom. We will have our in-person mid-year event to start off the spring semester, and then another virtual event in the spring semester on crushing your summer internship or other work experience. And then finally, the end of year celebration at McNamara on April 13th will be an in-person dinner to celebrate all of your success this year. As we've said, participants will receive email invitations and reminders for all of these events as we get closer to them. And they will always be listed on the cse.umn.edu/mentor materials webpage, where you can register for those events. As always, please reach out to myself or Joelle if you have any questions or concerns. Our goal for this program is for both mentors and students to have a fulfilling experience and relationship, and we are here to help you achieve that.
All right, that's all we wanted to cover today. Thank you all so much for making the time once again to watch this video, and welcome to the 2022-2023 CSE Mentor Program. Have a great year.
Thanks.